Hillary Clinton was in India yesterday, and she was giving a talk, and she lamented that the United States voters are starting to, if you're white, are starting to pull away from the Democrats. And she blamed that on all kinds of things, except she didn't perhaps blame it on the fact that many Americans in the center of the country are tired of being called racist and bigots and xenophobes and everything else. Here's what she said yesterday, India, about the election.
The map of the United States, there's all that red in the middle where Trump won. I win the coasts, I win, Illinois and Minnesota, places like that. But what the map doesn't show you is that I won the places that represent 2/3 of America's gross domestic product. So I won the places that are optimistic, diverse, dynamic, moving forward. And his whole campaign, Make America Great Again, was looking backwards. You didn't like black people getting rights. You don't like women, getting jobs. You don't want to, see that Indian American succeeding more than you are. Whatever your problem is, I'm going to solve it. So it was a symptom, but it was also a cause, because having someone run for president who voices those ideas, who rejects so much of the American story and our values, was also the underlying cause as well.
This is tragically sad that we have somebody like Hillary Clinton, anybody who would say this, left or right, to a massive global audience, to the biggest free market outside of the United States, is tragically sad. That's not who we are. I don't know people who have a problem with black people getting rights or women getting jobs. The reason why the Democrats are losing the regular person in the center of the country is because you continue to call us racist and sexist and underachievers and stupid. We're not. We're not. Just because your voters live in Los Angeles and Silicon Valley doesn't make them better than the people in the center of the country. We have different lifestyles. We have different educational backgrounds. We have different wants, but we all are human. We all have certain basic inalienable rights. Those who are running for president, those who want to serve as president of the United States, and those who are serving as president of the United States, please stop this. Please be president of every citizen of the United States. We welcome Pat Gray, just kind of going over the news of the day. It's been kind of an active day.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
How exposed do you feel, though, by the way? Hillary just summed us up yesterday because
oh my gosh,
we don't like black people getting rights. Oh, how much have we complained about black people getting rights?
It's been our number one complaint for quite some time.
About women getting jobs. When did that start? I hate that. And obviously, we don't want to see Indian American people succeed.
It's one of our top priorities is to stop their success.
I feel like she's just looking right through us right now.
Mm-hmm.
She
sees directly into our soul.
Sees directly into our souls.
Could we play? This is one of the. She's in this clip that you're going to hear. She talks about how the Democrats, are losing white voters. Now, play Hillary white women voted Trump, please, Sarah.
I should start by explaining that Democrats, going back to my husband and even before, but just in recent times, going back to Bill and
that's your husband,
our candidates, and then President Obama, have been losing the white vote, including white women. We do not do well with white men, and we don't do well with married white women. And part of that is
talk about insulting, man.
An identification with the Republican Party.
Okay, stop. Okay, part of that is just this identification with the Republican Party. It gets worse from here. Let me ask you the real reason why you think, just off the top of your head, why do you think the Democrats are doing worse and worse with white people?
They continue to have extreme policies that resemble the Communist Party. And yeah. I think we have a problem with that. I don't know why all Americans don't have a problem with that.
Yeah. So it's not only that, just the extremists. Let's talk white married women. You're taking these extreme feminist positions that insult married people and insult married women. You've assaulted what you used to say was the cornerstone of our democracy, marriage. You are telling women that it's okay just because you want to have an abortion. Let alone you constantly are telling us how bad white people are. Why would we vote for you?
Well, it's identity politics, right?
Right.
The way they're pushing the policies Pat's discussing is based so often on what color are you, what minority status do you have, what protected group are you in. It's constantly that, and so they're almost not even addressing,
right?
And only in negatives are they ever addressing
white people.
People, and again, like it shouldn't be.
It's not like we feel like we should be singled out and helped.
No,
it's just don't hurt us on purpose,
right? And the only time they single us out to help is unions. And most Americans don't believe in unions anymore.
And here's a great example of what they do say when they discuss white people, is what Hillary's saying to the Indian audience.
Yeah. So listen to the rest of this.
And a sort of ongoing pressure.
This is why white people don't vote for Hillary.
Vote the way that your husband, your boss,
oh my gosh,
your son, whoever believes you should. And
okay, stop. So why isn't that married white women don't vote? Well, because they're too stupid. They listen to they just tell what their son even says to do.
Yeah, or their boss, whatever white man is around them. They just follow them.
Those cute,
that's how weak they are.
Those cute little women. They just don't get it. How insulting!
How is that a feminist thing to say? Good heavens, that's
it's
insulting.
Just so insulting,
condescending, elitist.
But wait, there's more.
What happened in my election is I was on the way to winning white women until former director of the FBI, Jim Comey, dropped that very ill-advised letter on October the 28th, and my numbers just went down because and I heard a lot of anecdotal evidence about this. People have written about it. All of a sudden, white women who were going to vote for me and frankly standing up to the men in their lives and the men in their workplaces,
oh my gosh,
were being told she's going to jail. You don't want to vote for her. It's going to be terrible. You can't vote for that. So it stopped my momentum and it decreased my vote enough because I was
stop.
How many different excuses have we heard from her?
Oh, I know,
one after another.
I think she actually has gotten to a place to where she believes this.
I think so too. Yeah,
and that's why.
Well, she can't accept it the other way. She can't accept people just don't like her. Not even Democrats. Democrats don't even like her. The vast majority, I think, of Democrats are kind of disgusted by her. I think they find that she might be a weak woman because she caved in to Bill all those years. I mean,
still is.
Yeah, and still is. And she's corrupt, and they know it.
And it's not white bosses, and it's not anybody but her that's kept her from visiting Wisconsin.
Right.
It's like you ran a terrible campaign.
Do you remember when she rode around in that van and she was like Scooby-Doo? And
was she solving mysteries? I do not remember
solving mysteries. She's like, "Where am I? This is America." That's that. I mean, remember she was driving around in that van for a while and trying to be one with the people, and she was just so not
likable. She's not likable.
She's not likable. She doesn't like, and I don't mean it like I hate, Wisconsin. She's just, that's not her at all.
Well, but she
not
proved,
at all.
Do you guys have where she talks about the fact that she pretty much loathes the white people in middle America?
Oh, no, I didn't hear
that.
that.
These are all the things she thinks about them. We don't like black people getting rights.
Yeah.
We don't like women getting jobs, and we don't like to see Indian American people succeeding more than we are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's ludicrous.
Incredible.
It's preposterous, but that's what she thinks about us. She hates middle America.
I mean, it is literally just a remix of her deplorables comment.
It is.
Right? It's the exact
I mean, how many times does she have to say
thing.
it before it finally sinks in and we believe it? She just hates average Americans. She's an elitist. She's a snob. And if you don't toe the line when it comes to especially aborting babies on demand, then she doesn't have any time for you. You're beneath her to the point where she doesn't even consider you. Not even human beings anymore.
You know, the amazing thing is I want to say it's arrogance, but it is the stupidity. It's the self-imposed stupidity that you have to live under. Now, she may have, she went to Yale. So she's not a stupid woman. She's in self-imposed ignorance because the more, at least with me, the more I learn, the more I know I don't know jack. The more I read, the more I learn, the more I say, I don't know. I got to look at that again. Let me talk to that person. Let me talk to this person. Generally speaking, the people who are ruling us, they don't think that way anymore. They're not interested in your opinion. They don't really like you. You know?
Yeah.
They're just like, I've got it all worked out.
And they're showing it every day.
Yeah, I've got it all worked out. Me and my friends, we know what's going on. We had a cocktail party about it the other night. We wouldn't have a problem with all the riffraff in this country if we just didn't have all the riffraff in this country. And that's the way kind of we feel.
That's the way it is.
Yeah. And I think this is something that people feel all over the world.
And again, that's why Donald Trump.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why.
And that's why Brexit.
Yeah.
And that's why so much of this is happening. You look at things like Jobbik's over in Hungary, or the Golden Dawn, which are Nazi parties. What's the language they're using? They're identifying and saying, I'm proud to be Hungarian.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of my Italian heritage.
And there's nothing wrong with that, is what they're trying to tell the people. And there isn't.
Right.
Unless you take it to an extreme.
Yes. There's a difference between being proud of your country and nationalism. Mm-hmm. And so nationalism is where it goes wrong. But they're tapping into this thing that I think most people feel, look, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with Canada or Mexico or anything else. Have you been to Mexico City? It is a world-class city. It is great. It's a great city. Okay, that's fine. I have no problem with that. Well, we're America. I like being America. I like being Texas. We've homogenized all the states except for Texas. Mm-hmm. And the only way that it's not homogenized is you go to California, and it's just so damn weird. But you know what? California, celebrate your weirdness. If that's who you want to be, you're just roping me into paying for it, which is pissing me off. But you want to be weird? Be weird. I don't care. I'm tired of everything being the Gap and Ann Taylor, no matter where you go in the world. Oh, wow, we're in Beijing. Good. Let's go to the McDonald's, the KFC, grab some jeans at the Gap, and, honey, you get something at Ann Taylor. I'm sick of it. There is something that makes us unique, each of us, and each of our countries. And you don't have to be a nationalist to tap into that. But these elites up at the top just think they know. They know, and they know who you are. We're not those people.
Yeah, and I think, there's this weird desire by particularly Hillary, but we saw this out of John Kerry as well when he lost.
What are you talking about?
To come up with some excuse to explain to other elites why the Rubes voted the wrong way. With John Kerry, it was like, oh, well, there were flyers and people were saying that you had to vote on Wednesday.
I don't remember John Kerry sounding like that or saying things like that.
He did. He did?
He
didn't sound like that. Yeah. Pat does the impersonation.
Go ahead, Pat. Go ahead. Come on.
It's because people thought they had to vote on Wednesday. They were told Democrats vote on Wednesday.
That's right. And he made that excuse after the election. Hillary Clinton's making a career of it. She's going to place after place after place, coming up with an excuse. And it's like,
here's the bothersome part about this. Is, first of all, you're saying this in the country, and okay, you're just playing politics and you're just dividing. I got it. We've lived it on both sides. We got it. You're doing this in India. I'm so offended that she's saying this. The Indian people don't know us. They don't know us. So you have somebody like Hillary Clinton coming over. You're sitting, if somebody came over and, it was, Joe Gandhi coming over here, and he lost the last election because he's the 15th cousin twice removed of the good Gandhi. He's on the bad Gandhi side of the family, and he comes over. We know nothing about him except the name, and he says, what the problem is? The problem is all these Indians are racist. We wouldn't know.
Yeah. And you notice that never happens? You notice nobody comes to America and badmouths the country they came from? That never happens.
Because we don't.
That only happens the other way around.
I know. We've got to stop doing this. This is a new 10-year thing, and we've got to stop doing